Oh, hey, everybody, this is your boy, the host with the most, but humble, and I do mean humble, the Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, be a little upset, be a little frustrated or whatnot. I know you guys are a little frustrated, a little angry, a little tense, and you just want to choke somebody out, but don't do that. Don't do that. You can always come over here to the show, Wrestlekram Gripes. Get your gripes off here. Have a great time while doing it, okay? This is episode 2. Episode 2 of the show. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly would not be me. I'm humbled each and every single time I'm allowed to do this. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this. Thank you so much for letting me do this for you guys. Once again, these shows are for you guys, so you can get your questions in. If you know anything about this show or whatnot, it's just like Ask Wrestlekram. I do put out a community tab on Saturdays. On Saturdays, I put those tabs out for the gripe show. Get your gripes in. I will do those on Saturday. You have until probably, I don't know, the end of Friday to get those gripes in. And we have a great time like we're doing today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because share, and subscribe. If you want to know where all of my other social media sites are, accounts are, you can go to the information tab and find out where I am. I do have a Facebook group page. I'm on Twitter or X, and I'm on the Instagrams. I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok as well. So don't forget, go over there and say hey to your boy over there on those sites as well. So like I said, the link and the descriptions are over there. But without further ado, let's get into the very first gripe. The very first gripe is from Black Starboy, 1649. My gripe is with AEW and giving Samoa Joe his flowers due to the fact CM Punk was terminated. Why couldn't why could they do both? I agree with you 120%. I mean, but I will say I will say 75-25, because I will say this: they did give Samoa Joe his flowers due to the fact that CM Punk and Samoa Joe did wrestle for the true AEW championship at the beginning of the card, which I truly think was probably the second best match of the night in All In. Samoa Joe has been doing stellar work as the Ring of Honor television title champion, but I do think that we need to get that title off of Samoa Joe. I do think that Samoa Joe deserves a run as a heel champion for the entire company. He is doing just phenomenal heel work with that Ring of Honor championship. But let's get him back into the main roster. I know he's on TV a lot. I do know that he did have a match with MJF, which he did technically lose, but didn't win. But it was a whole bunch of stuff that was going on with that, and I hate that we had a Samoa Joe give a handshake at the end of the match, confirming that probably this feud is absolutely over. It truly sucks. I mean, I would love to see him try to go for that title again and successfully win. That would be one of the greatest things. We do know that he is a locker room leader as well, due to the fact of what happened at All In. But just like I said, I mean, I agree 75-25. They have been pushing Samoa Joe to a limit, to a limit. But it sucks that he gets more playtime now. Even when CM Punk is no longer there. So yeah, 75-25. How about that? But a great question. Thank you so much for that question, Black Star Boy. I have another gripe that is from Only Nike 1801. How you doing? Good to see you back or whatnot. My gripe is we never got a proper Cena versus The Undertaker match at any WrestleMania. I agree with that as well. I agree 100% with that gripe. The only thing we got was that crappy, and I do mean crappy squash from The Undertaker. I think that was at the New Orleans WrestleMania where John Cena just randomly came and The Undertaker came and gave him a choke slam. That was the end of that. We didn't even get a Undertaker match on that card, which was a pretty decent card. I mean, it was some, well, let me take that back. I don't think that WrestleMania was a decent card. I think that was the WrestleMania where Roman Reigns faced Triple H. I think I may be right with that, so I may be wrong. That probably was the bad card. But yeah, I agree. That would have been a stellar match between The Undertaker and John Cena. Two members, the Ruthless Aggression with John Cena. Have they, and in the comments, have they ever faced off? I don't think they've ever faced off just all together. I don't think they ever faced off, which is very weird to me that the two never really cross paths, being that John Cena and The Undertaker were on SmackDown a lot of the time. So that is kind of a head scratcher when we get to the point where John Cena is just this about to blow up as a super megastar, and The Undertaker at the lower about to retire type of situation, and we get this crazy choke slam, and that was the end of that situation. But I will say that The Undertaker was doing stellar work at this time. We had where Brock, I think Brock broke the streak that next WrestleMania. I may be wrong. And that's where The Undertaker was just doing great matches with Brock after the streak was gone. So I mean, it was I thought it was really good. I honestly thought it was really good. But I agree with you 100,000,000% that we never got a John Cena versus Undertaker legit match at WrestleMania, or even a legit match with him and The Undertaker just all together. Because once again, I don't work in the comments. Let me know that if they had a match, but I don't think they ever had a legit match between the two. But I agree. Only Nike. Thank you so much for that question. I might pin that question. That's a good question. Good gripe. Great gripe. After that, we have Dragon Hunter XD. My gripe is the lack of tag teams in the WWE. And now they are going to split the titles, which makes no sense whatsoever due to the lack of tag teams. Keep the titles together. It makes more sense. I agree with that 100%. Why split the titles up and you don't have legitimate tag teams? Not only that, but you are pretty much getting rid of people, and we don't even know how long that's going to take place. The Los Lotharios have broken up. Maximum Male Models are no longer on the roster. It looks like we may have a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn breakup yet again. Indy Siri, have not seen them on TV in a while. It looks like there are literally just no tag teams. Well, let me take that back. You have the LWO members over there on SmackDown. You also have the Good Brothers over there, but it looks like they may be leaving to go to Monday Night Raw to team up with Finn Balor to have their own group. So I mean, it's like, keep the tag team titles together, but do what they're doing now, which is that the Judgment Day is on both brands because they are the tag team champions, and just have them go from brand to brand. Whoever is the tag champions, just go to brand to brand. It makes perfect sense to keep it like that. I mean, it's like, when you had the two tag champions, two individual tag champions, and they had nothing to do. They like when the Usos were champions, all they faced were just two individual teams, which were the Street Profits and or it was New Day on SmackDown. That's when the Usos were tag champions. That's the only two that they usually face. So it was kind of a waste of time. I would love them to keep those titles, change the titles because they still look like dog crap. Change those titles ASAP and let them just be the undisputed tag team champions. You could just say it like that, or the world tag team champions. Just keep it just like that and have it work like that. I agree with you 100%. Keep the tag team titles. One. Great question. Thank you. Great gripe. Thank you so much for that gripe. After that, I have Southern Belle 1980. My gripe is with the WWE layoffs, but specifically Mustafa Ali. He had so much potential, and on top of that, he had a match with Dominic Mysterio for the NXT North American title at No Mercy. This truly makes no sense, and now they have lost a really great wrestler. I agree with that 100%. There were a lot of layoffs. I think it was over 30, including Sheldon Benjamin, which I'm still kind of lost that they never really used to a high potential. But I will say that Mustafa Ali, out of pretty much all of those layoffs, was one of the guys that was a head scratcher. He was the potential to have so much going on. Once again, if you don't know anything about Mustafa Ali was supposed to face Bryan Danielson at WrestleMania. Due to an injury, they didn't have trust in him anymore, and that's where the Kofi Mania came in. Mustafa should have been a world champion by now, but they have put so much bad creative around him. That stupid, horrible faction that went absolutely nowhere. It was just really just bad creative after bad creative. And the way it's looking, it looked like they were trying to do a Make America Great Again type of gimmick for Mustafa Ali, or Mustafa Ali was actually creating this type of Make America Great Again, a conservative type of wrestler. I would have loved to see that. Apparently there are videos out of like a promo of him trying to get over as a heel and a Make America Great Again type of conservative type of person, an all-American American. I would have loved to see that. I mean, we had a Kevin Owens type of surgeon when he was the U.S. champion and went over to SmackDown after losing the Universal title a while back when him and Chris Jericho finally broke up. So I would have loved to see that. It would have been a very fun thing, but I hope whoever grabs him, probably AEW may be one of the ones that grab him, MLW, maybe somebody. I would love to see him in New Japan. I would love to see him in New Japan in the juniors division. The guy is phenomenal, and he's good on the mic as well. It's just a sucky situation, not only with him, but with all of the members that were laid off. It's just a sucky, sad, crappy scenario altogether, all the way around. But I do love that gripe. Thank you so much for that gripe, Southern Belle. Great gripe. Next gripe is Mitch. Mitch does it. How we doing, Mitch? My gripe for this week is, why did WWE take away unique set stages for each pay-per-view? The company is making more money than ever. Now they could afford unique stages. I agree with that as well. I truly do miss the unique set stages. Not only with WWE, but I thought that AEW would do something fun with this. But no, they don't. They just have that huge Titantron, and they put, whatever show they have, they put it right there. I remember back when I was a child and I was playing, like I would play WCW NWO World Tour, and you would have these awesome set pieces. My favorite particular is Halloween Havoc. Have a great set. Like, it's not making. I would think that they would probably go back to this scenario. They are making tons of money. I think their stock right now, one stock with the WWE, is probably like 80 something odd dollars. I would love to get stock there. I just don't have the money to do it. But yeah, I agree. They make a ton of money. They should bring those sets back. Probably have a set you can interact with. I mean, when we had these pay-per-views, you would have at least one match where people would go to the set and just attack somebody on set. Just get a pumpkin and throw it at them or something. So, I mean, it would have been a really great situation with that. I would have loved to see something like that. I enjoy the old school type of setup with the just showing the personality of the pay-per-view itself, and with that you would have the set to do that. Great gripe. I thank you for that gripe. Fun gripe. Mitch does it always. You always kill it with the gripes. Even though this is the second episode of gripes. Laurel, how we doing, Laurel? My gripe is with the WWE and why LA Knight isn't getting a faster push than he deserves. He is a complete fan favorite, and soon as the music hits, everybody is going crazy along with the mic skills. What more do you need to see that he is a draw? I will go 50-50 with this, because I did see SmackDown last night, and they are giving him a pretty decent push, giving him love from The Rock, giving him love from John Cena. I mean, yes, I think that it could be faster. Yes, I think it could be more fierce, but I think organically he got over, and I think that the WWE or the creative didn't know how big this was going to be, and they're trying to get everything else in order and trying to fit LA Knight into how hot he is now. I will say that should he be a part of a match with Roman Reigns? That's a lot of what people are trying to figure out. My question is probably maybe. It looks like he may be the Tribal Chief's next opponent. I would like to see it. I would like to see it. The mic skill aspect of it. Just the mic skills aspect of it would be a great situation with the Tribal Chief and LA Knight. We do know that LA Knight, of course, is going to lose, but it would just be a fun scenario to see him in a high level or a high profile match. I think that the United States title right now is beneath him. I don't see him teaming up with anybody per se to get the tag titles unless him and John Cena are consistently in the same aspect, and it works to where they can take those titles off of Judgment Day. I think John Cena has 5 more weeks before he leaves and goes back to whatever he was supposed to be doing. But I do see LA Knight as a world champion. I mean, no ands, ifs, or buts about it. I truly do see LA Knight as a world champion. I mean, just like I said, I think the Intercontinental title is beneath him. I think the United States title is beneath him. The only two titles I can see LA Knight really probably focus on is those tag titles if he gets a legitimate tag partner, and of course the world title or the undisputed title. I agree with you with that, but it's kind of like a 50, 75, 25 type of situation with that gripe. But Laurel, I think that is a great gripe. Thank you so much for that gripe. I have one more gripe before I get to my gripe. This is from Mr. Greenhead. How you doing, Mr. Greenhead? My gripe, what gripes me is what happened to Bret Hart in WCW. The entire run in the company was a total waste of him. And I think that Bret being in the WCW totally brings down his rank as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He said just a little bit. I will say this. I accept your gripe, and I kind of agree with you on that gripe. I think that Bret Hart should have never went to the WCW. It would have extended his wrestling career due to the fact of Goldberg concussing him and completely getting him out of the company altogether. The writing staff didn't know what to do. The Starrcade 96, I think it was, with Sting and Hollywood Hogan was a complete disaster, trying to bring back the Montreal Screwjob, which was just a joke altogether. His run as the world champion was a complete disaster. I mean, what more can we say? I mean, Bret, I think, I will say this. Bret wasn't that guy that I can see. He was an Attitude Era type of wrestler. He just wasn't. He was part of the new generation, and it was still kind of gimmicky in that situation. Him being the more serious execution type of tactician. And it sucks that he just couldn't get over with the new edgier style of even WCW, and it just never coped with everything. Just like I said, I mean, Goldberg was hot at that time. Diamond Dallas Page was super over at that time. Even Jeff Jarrett, I think, was really hot at that time. It was a lot of top stars there. And I don't know why creative couldn't get the Bret Hart situation right. But I would love to look into it just to check. Just to hear what Eric Bischoff had to say about this situation with Bret Hart. It just seems like just the math just never math with Bret Hart over there. It's just a sucky situation because I truly had Dino Stradavis. I have Bret Hart in my Mount Rushmore of greatest wrestlers of all time. He is top 5. He is literally top 4 in my favorite wrestlers of all time. I truly respect Bret. He has gotten away from being, this upset person, this very vengeful person where he was just always negative. I'm happy that he's gotten away from that. And once again, I truly think that with the actual Montreal screw job, it really messed his psyche up just altogether. Without that, I think Bret would have fit in the WWE, or try to get him into some type of Attitude Era esque attitude or new character. Would have been interesting to watch. I think it would have. I think it would have been very interesting to watch. But that's but great gripe. I thank you so much for that gripe. And the very last gripe will be with your boy D Nostra Novice. My gripe this week will be with the former tag team champions in Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The way it's looking, it may be a situation where Sami and Kevin Owens may break up again, and it will come to a situation where they will face off again. Yes, I love these matches. I think they are really, really good between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They always put on great matches. You can even go back to Ring of Honor when it was Kevin Steen and El Generico. They put on just banger after banger after banger. But my thing is, how many times are we going to do this? Now, if we do this again, if this happens again, can we please have Sami Zayn be the world champion? I mean, that would be one of the greatest things I think that would happen. Or give Kevin Owens the world title, have him a heel run like no other. Bring in the babyface Sami Zayn. He has not been a world champion in the WWE yet. And have him beat Kevin Owens for that title. That's the only way that I can truly see another match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Other than that, we don't need to see this again. I mean, even if this is a WrestleMania type of match or this exclusive type of thing where we have, I still don't want to see it. I really don't want to see the breakup of these two. Put them, if you want to have them a legitimate breakup, have one stay on Raw and have the other go to SmackDown. That would be the greatest thing to happen. Don't have them break up. I mean, it seems like a situation where the WWE, not even WWE, but all of wrestling, we have this situation where you have this really great tag team and eventually they break up and they hate each other. How about you just organically break them up and they just go their separate ways? Ortiz and Santana. It looks like a legitimate breakup, and it organically happened. I mean, do I think that, LAX should break up? No, I don't. But, I think Santana wants to do his own thing, and he's entitled to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But, just like I said, I mean, I don't want to see a vicious breakup between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn again. It's just truly a waste of time to me. But that is my gripe. That is my gripe for the week. If you want to get your gripes in, you want to get your frustrations out, it doesn't have to be wrestling. It could be anything else, pop culture. It could be, last week it was one about unfinished games. So there's a lot of stuff that you can talk about or whatnot. In the comments, I should have it already out and ready for you guys to consume. You can go and get your gripes in. I will have the next show on Saturday. And once again, the very last gripe is for your boy D Nostra Novice. One gripe per account, please. I don't know why. I just want to do one gripe per account. So y'all have a great time or whatnot. I will have the best of the best gripes on the other social sites that I'm on as well. But I love y'all to death. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. It goes so far. It goes so far if you do like, share, and subscribe. I do love y'all so much. I respect y'all so much. And the best is truly yet to come. The best is truly to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course,